How to make your Shopify store go live. Publish your Shopify store. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll show you guys how you can publish your Shopify store. Now, the first thing to note is that there are a bunch of prerequisites you need to fill out before you can actually publish your store. That includes setting up your shipping, setting up your courier services, your shipping rates, and so much more. So if you just want to make your Shopify store go live, then you can go into your online store in your Shopify dashboard. Once you go into your online store, just click on Customize to make any final edits to your storefront. So this is our current storefront, and if you feel like, okay, you don't have any changes you want to make further, so let's say I don't want this section, I remove that. And once you have completed all of that, just click on Save on the top right. Now there's not a direct publishing option over here. To actually publish your store, you're going to exit and go back into the Shopify dashboard. Once you're in your Shopify dashboard, click on Preferences under Online Store. Just click on Online Store and then click on Preferences over here. Now over here, we are actually going to set up how you want to publish your store. So we're going to add the title of our store, and you can add a meta description. This actually helps search engines to better optimize your store and get it ranked higher whenever it is getting indexed. So let's say this is going to be a clothing store by Durden, or whatever description you want, you can add that. Now, after that, we have our social sharing image, Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, customer privacy. Now, you can also choose how you want your analytics to be collected. So if the data should be collected before consent or after consent. Now, this is really dependent on where you live and what the policies are according to your country. Now, below that, you actually have this section which allows you to make your Shopify store go live. So as you guys can see, you can usually when you're setting up your store, this is going to be checked, which is called restrict access to visitors with the password. And then below that, you can enter your password. Now, to actually make our Shopify store go live or publish our Shopify store for all customers, you're going to uncheck this option and click on Save on the top right. Now, once you do that, your Shopify store is actually live, and I can view my store as a guest, and this is what it's going to look like for future customers. Now, this is just one step of making your store go published or live. There are multiple different prerequisites, and I'm going to cover some of those with you guys so it's easier for you to set up your store as well. Now, one thing a lot of people wonder is, how do I change the native themes on Shopify? For that, you go into your online store, you have your basic theme. If you want to edit some of the elements of that theme, click on Customize on the bottom right over here. Now, once the Shopify store editor has been opened up, you can click on the left panel over here, and there is a settings icon. You can click on that. And in this settings icon, you have your logo. You have multiple different options. Now, in these options, you have colors, which a lot of people look to change. So you can add your own color scheme over here. If I want a certain type of color scheme, I can add it. And then whichever section I want to change, let's say I want to change the header, I can click on the header and then scroll down, and it will show you the color scheme of the menu and the color scheme of the header, and you can edit your color scheme accordingly. So if I want this to be our color scheme, if I want this to be the color scheme, I can change that accordingly. Now, there is a menu color scheme as well, which is only going to be applied to the menu items. Then you can select your second section, and you can scroll down and you will also see the same things where you can edit the color schemes of your particular sections. Now, this is pretty essential because usually people are using the Dawn theme, and everyone's storefront has a very similar appearance if you don't change up any of your colors. So keep that in mind whenever you're setting up your store. Now, once you exit back into your Shopify dashboard, you actually have to set up your couriers or your shipping services. Now, even if you are setting up a drop shipping store, it's still very essential and pertinent that you make sure that your shipping services have been added into Shopify. Now, to do that, you can click on Settings on the bottom left. And once you click on settings on the bottom left, you will have your store currency and time. Now, after that, you have your billing section. Now, billing and shipping are pretty much related. So if we go into our payment section, we actually have to set up payment. It's very essential that your payment provider is some provider that actually functions well in your country that can provide you with the lowest transactional costs. So you can click on add payment method and search for a particular type of payment method that you want to offer. Let's say I'm looking to offer Klarna, so it's going to show me all of the payment providers that are providing Klarna. So if I search for Visa over here, it's going to show me all of the payment providers that are providing Visa. So I can click on this and it's going to show me, you know, the different options that I have. So there are 37 providers of the Visa payment method. Now you can go back and you can choose any one provider that provides you with, you know, some of the most generalized options. So you can choose whichever one you want, and you just have to obviously set up and connect your payment provider account over here. Now, you also have a bogus getaway. Make sure to remove this when you're actually starting up your store, because if you don't remove it, it's going to cause you, you know, a lot of loss, and it's just going to make a lot of issues. Then you would have to mail your customers. So make sure that your checkout or your billing method has been added. Now, if you don't want to collect payments like this, you can even add a manual payment method. So as you guys can see on the bottom of this page, you have a manual payment method section. You can click on add manual payment method. Then you can click on cash on delivery, custom payment method, bank deposits, money orders. So you can choose whichever one you want. Let's say we're offering cash on delivery, and we can add a simple description: pay with cash upon delivery, like this, and then we can reactivate this particular type of payment method. Now, once you have added your payment method, you have set up your store, it's live, there are still a few steps to make sure have been completed. You have your checkout over here. Now in your checkout, you can customize some of the information. However, if you scroll down, other than your basic customer information form, you have some marketing options and tipping options as well. And then you have your address collection preferences. Now use the shipping address as the billing address by default, and use address auto completion. Now if you don't want the billing address to be edited, you can leave this out. If you want two addresses, then you can just check this up, and if there are two addresses, customers can enter those over here. Now after that, you have order processing, which is going to allow you for the fulfillment of your orders. Now if you want to fulfill all orders in your order section, or if you want to manually fulfill orders. Now this can be a hassle if you have a lot of spam orders that are not real, or if there's a risk of fraud with the type of items that you're selling. Then it's very pertinent that you make sure to automatically not fulfill orders and actually manually fulfill the order. Then you have your order status page as well as your checkout language. Now after that, you have to set up your shipping and delivery, and that also includes your taxes, because depending on where you live, your taxes are going to be very variable. So to publish your Shopify store internationally, you can click on create new profile and add multiple different shipping zones. So currently we have local delivery over here. We have local pickup as well. However, if I want to offer more options for my international customers, I can go on ahead and scroll down, and you guys can see this is our shipping zone of US and Canada. Now if I want to add another shipping zone, I can click on go to markets over here. And after that, I can go on ahead and click on add market. And let's say I want to start shipping to Turkey. And then I can click on add market over here, and I'll name this market Turkey. And then I can add a specific shipping rate for that particular market as well. And then after that, you have your taxes and duties, and you will see whether or not you're charging tax on certain products. This will really be dictated by the local governing laws that you do have. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you're now able to publish your Shopify store. If you did find this helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.